Well, a battle is brewing in the music streaming business as Apple prepares to launch in the sector at the end of the month. So joining us now to break down the music streaming business is Brett Molina, tech reporter at USA Today. Brett, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
So in a blog post, Spotify announced that it has 20 million paid subscribers now. That's double what it had last year. What else did it announce? How might the launch of Apple's new music product impact Spotify?
I think Spotify is going to be just fine. They're really entrenched in the streaming music space. Like you mentioned, they've doubled the number of paid users. They also nearly doubled the number of regular users from 40 million to 75 million. So they've been growing really quickly. And, again, they've been entrenched in the music streaming business for a while now. And I think unless Apple brings something to the table that's very different and unique, I think it's going to be a challenge for them to challenge Spotify.
Yeah, and certainly Spotify just closing its latest round of funding. It's got a valuation of $8.5 billion according to reports now. So as you mentioned, growing gangbusters. What are some of the advantages that Apple Music might have at its launch, though?
I think the biggest thing will be it'll be a native app on the iPhone, and millions of people have the iPhone now that it'll be right there in front of them, and it'll be very easy for them to access and check out. Also, they're offering a free trial of the service as well, so it'll be very easy for people who are curious to just explore and get an idea of what the service is. So to have that many people see the app in front of them is going to be huge for Apple. And also, I mean, they're just so great at marketing their products, and that's going to be something we're going to see ramp up, I'm sure, over the next couple months.
And certainly we're talking about Spotify, we're talking about Apple's new service, but of course there's a lot of other companies that are in this space as well. You've got Deezer, you've got Jay-Z's Tidal, Pandora, which is publicly traded. What about these competitors? I mean, specifically Pandora, where do they fit into the music streaming business?
Pandora right now, I mean, they're kind of on the top of the heap in terms of internet radio. They have over 80 million users right now. And, one of the big areas to look at that Pandora is really trying to focus on is the car. And we're seeing a lot of tech companies make that push toward the car. And I think what you'll see is a lot of these music streaming companies are going to want to get in on that dashboard and just kind of put their place there. So I think Pandora's ahead of that, Apple's ahead of that. So that's going to be an interesting frontier to watch. And I think, if Pandora can get ahead on that trend, I think that will help them immensely.
And I love that you just mentioned the car, because we know that Apple's really looking to take over your dashboard in the car as well, which begs the question, where does Sirius fit in all of this?
It'll be interesting because, that's a monthly subscription service, and I think there's some value to Sirius and XM for those that kind of want that radio experience. I think we've gotten so used with these streaming music services having playlists and having the music exactly what we want. And I think there are some people that still value that curated music or audio experience. So I think it'll be interesting to see how Sirius navigates this and how many people still want an experience like that.
Well, Brett Molina, thanks for joining us today. Thank you for watching. I'm Morgan Brennan. Have a great day.
Hey YouTube fans, I'm Landon Dowdy from CNBC. Thanks so much for checking out our channel. Here you'll find videos packed with all the info that you need to be smarter about your finances. Be sure and subscribe by clicking right here, and click on all the videos around me to see CNBC's original series Young Money, Tech Bet, Kramer's Mad Money, and all the latest from CNBC.